Hey guys, it's Drek, and today's video is non-Nerf, but it is going to be used for Nerf. Now, I was contacted by a company called SproutUp. They sent this my way, and since I got the opportunity to work with them, they let me pick from a variety of things that I'd like to try out, and I saw that the new ultra-tiny GoPro was on their site, and so I asked if they would send that to me to do a trial run and review, and they agreed, so this is going to be an unboxing and review of the GoPro. Luckily, I have an SE&C War coming up, so I should be able to get plenty of sweet footage with it. I'm familiar with the GoPro platform, so I look forward to doing this. This is, of course, a return shipping label, and then a bunch of coasters that say, "You are awesome, delightful, and passionate." That was a really nice little include from SproutUp. I like their U logo. I think this is a Snapchat rigmarole, but I don't use Snapchat, so I don't know anything about that. And then inside is everything that I will need to test the session, which is what is included, and just some really cool stuff. I'm glad that they included a head strap. I actually have a standard GoPro head strap, and this looks to be the same. So the session is going to be compatible with all GoPro accessories, and then a super speed micro USB to work with, so that is also really, really cool. But I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this on camera. I am just really, really excited to try the latest from GoPro. I think that an ultra small GoPro is really cool, and I don't know what else to say about that. It being lighter weight means that I would be more inclined to use it for nerfing applications, which is super duper sweet. I think that it would even attach to a blaster, and again, just less weight is awesome for any sort of tactical scenario. So getting it out of the package is a fun little chore, but there we go. And then this will come off and around. I really just want to like get it in my hand and see how heavy the cube is, and wow, just it's crazy that this is full HD performance in such a tiny package. I'm just blown away. Like when GoPro hit the scene, they were super duper small for what cameras were back then, and now everybody's catching up with new action cameras, or sports cameras as they call them, and GoPro's answer is to go even smaller, and it looks good. I mean, how do you beat this? It's a tiny cube. I want to say it's about 1.5 inches, but oh my gosh, does it get even smaller? So it's in this little cage here that holds it in place, but then this pops open, and does it just, oh wow. Now, the session itself is fully waterproof in its own little individualized compartment, so no need for an additional case. Normally with a GoPro you put an additional case around it to protect it from water and the elements, which affects the audio quality, but here we have a fully waterproof, not only battery and charging hookup, but also the SD input. I think that is a great feature. And then this is the Wi-Fi activation. It looks like there's a photo and video setting on the side, and I think it's controlled almost entirely from this one button and the recording up here. So this turns the Wi-Fi on, and then this is your record button. I think all settings are controlled from the GoPro app. I myself have a GoPro app on my iPhone, which I've been using in the past, and am excited to use this. This says to remove it. It's removed. Good job. So other things that come in this parcel are some sweet GoPro stickers reminding you to be a hero, and then I assume they're dedicated accessories in the box for these sessions. So in addition to the one cage, you get another cage and another one of these insert, so should you lose your first cage, you have a second one. They seem to be non-identical, which is kind of cool. They mounted at different angles, where this one holds it straight on, this one seems to hold it from the side. I really do like this little miniature rubberized vice grip. I think that that's a great way to hold the camera. I like having all the accessories. I will probably mount this first to my head using my regular strap, and then once to a blaster using one of these guys, but just really cool cool options. I will get back to you as to what this white rubber piece is and what its purpose is, but just an ultra tiny camera, very exciting, and can't wait to see what kind of footage it captures. I would be a little bit concerned with this product that the lens does not have a cover and is therefore exposed all the time. I think it would be great if they had like quick rip little clear stickers to put over it to protect it, although I am aware that on their website they offer refinishing and refurbishing for a fee. So with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and install it on a blaster, and then I'll make a quick segment showing you how I installed it, and then we'll get some war footage in with it. Just a really cool product. So the session is super duper tiny and worked actually pretty well as a viewfinder of sorts. It's almost like its own iron sight because it's so small, but I went ahead and attached it using a 3D printed GoPro attachment. It's compatible with regular GoPro attachments, so that's cool. And then it just fit very easily onto the front. It's not adding any sort of down weight. It's just very, very minute, which is super duper cool. And I figured the best way to show off the session was to get actual footage with the session in it and then show that in the video. So I'm going to set it to whatever its highest video quality is and use that. Of note, once you've got it locked and loaded, there is no changing the battery in the session, so the time you get is the time you get until you have to recharge it. But hopefully the audio picks up well and the frame rate is solid and we can get some sweet slow-mo out of it, but just a really cool camera to attach to weird stuff like Nerf blasters. One downside to the session is that its battery life is pretty short. One good side is that it charges quickly because of that. So we've got it hooked up to the Yoke solar charger and it should be juiced up and ready to go again soon. Alright guys, so now that I've gotten a chance to really field test the session, I want to tell you my favorite features, my least favorite features, and then share with you some of the actual footage, because it is a camera, so the best way to tell you what it was like using it is to really just share that footage with you. So first off, things that I don't like about the session are, in order, I guess the battery life is not so hot, and then this screen. So I'm used to a GoPro with its traditional viewfinder and menu. The two buttons are great for simplistic use and just very snappy, easy operation. It's terrible for changing your settings. Now, once you use the Wi-Fi to network it to the app, it works just like any other GoPro. I personally use a Hero 3 Black Plus or a Hero 3 Silver. The app is cross-compatible. It accepts both of them either at the same time or what have you, so it's very easy to use with the app and change your features. The 60 FPS 1080p is exactly what you expect from GoPro. It is an action camera through and through. It's just awesome, awesome stuff. The waterproof feature is great. I really enjoyed that. And I think that covers kind of like the downsides. The construction is a huge upside. It's small, it weighs next to nothing, and it fits virtually everywhere. It reads on high-speed SD cards, which is great, and then it also has the advantage of actual cut and pasting the media when you hook it up to the computer, which other GoPros didn't, in an attempt to make sure that you didn't accidentally lose stuff. Battery drains crazy fast with the Wi-Fi settings in place, so keep that in mind if you are networking it. And then of course there's no real way to know what your frame is while you're filming, so you'll notice in some of this footage there's kind of, it's pointing too low, and it was fine when I set it up in the viewfinder in the app, but as soon as I started running around and playing with it, it was in its little apparatus and tilted down, and so the angle isn't exactly what I wanted it to be, but it turned out fine. And then I did a separate test where I had my girlfriend eat chocolate filming with this camera just to see how the audio would catch, and I'll show you a clip from that now. Hey Draculina, what is your favorite candy?
Chocolate.
What's your favorite kind of chocolate?
Ferrero.
And so hopefully that gives you an idea that the audio captures even her meek, tiny voice and also mine in various settings. So despite being a totally waterproof setting all by itself, I think that it picks up audio really well. I was also very pleased with how in the shooting demonstrations it filtered out a lot of the hum from being mounted on a blaster that was making a lot of noise. That's supposed to be a design feature where it like automatically renders out some of that audio and tones it down if you're using it on like a motorbike or something that also generates a lot of noise while in use. So overall, I thought that this session was great, and I'm actually very, very sad about what comes next. The best part of Sprout Up is also the saddest part of Sprout Up. So the sad part is that I have to lock it all down, put it back, drop it off in the box, and then I will be mailing it back to Sprout Up. The best part about that is that you can also try this exact same camera or one of their other sessions. It's really cool that they give these out to people to field test, make reviews, and then come back to them with their thoughts. So the neatest thing about it is that if you check out the link in the description box below, this GoPro could be going to you next. So while I'm sad that I don't get to keep it forever and use it in all of my wars, I really enjoyed the opportunity, and I'd like to thank Sprout Up for the ability to play with it for as long as I did and really get a feel for it and learn whether or not this is a product that I want to put into my video making kit. And then I also think that it's really cool that it'll go to another creator or maker or you next, and so you can try it out. I don't get paid to say that, like it's entirely freelance. My compensation is getting to play with the session, so you should definitely take a look at Sprout Up and see if it's something that you'd be interested in. If you would like the idea of playing with this or some of their other products, I know they have like crazy hoverboard skates and all sorts of other trinkets and technology. It's definitely worth taking a look at their site. So I think that covers that. I have decided that I'm keeping the coasters. Those are mine. I don't think I was supposed to send them back, but if I was, too bad. But thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the new GoPro session and found this video to be enjoyable and entertaining. I'll see you guys next time with more Nerf content. Drac out.